Hey people of the VC, it's Andy Cloudy Mulder. Got another contest entry for you. This time it's for Guz69, Gustavo, our VC metalhead buddy in Brazil. Gus is... check out his channel. As usual, there'll be the link below, but the usual... good things to say about his channel. He's got a great taste in music. He's got a phenomenal CD collection. He's rebuilding his vinyl collection slowly but surely. He's traveled the world and collected I guess mainly metal stuff wherever he's gone, and is a fountain of knowledge, and of course specifically about Brazilian hard rap and metal as well, for which at least one of the questions in his contest relates to his home country of Brazil, and that was quite a challenge. So I like a challenge. So let's dive straight in. I'll explain the questions as I go along, but if you want more detail, please check out his video and put your own entry in as well. So the first question was, show 2 items of your collection from the list below. And he gave 5 options. Now, liking a challenge, I thought I'd try and fill in all 5. And I wanted to answer all 5 uniquely, in a way. What I mean by uniquely is Gus gave some examples, but for 2 of the 5 I couldn't find alternatives. So I'm just going to show the same ones that you did as well. I know you said that's okay, but I feel a little bit defeated having not managed to come up with something else within my collection, but there we go. Can't have everything. So the first one, an album from a Brazilian band or artist. So I've picked out this band called Painside, and the album is called Dark World Burden, if that's going to focus. This is kind of a straight up heavy metal band. The year was 2010, and I think this is their own release. And the guy in the middle, crunch, here, I think he's the singer, and he has his voice is very similar to Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden in the range and the depth and whatever other words we use to describe vocalists. He's got a you know, he could do a good job of the Bruce Dickinson style vocals. So yeah, Painside, they're my Brazilian band. Next up, another option was a song or album recorded live in Brazil. I love live albums. I've got a lot of live albums, but the only one I could find with a Brazil connection was the one that you showed, and that was Rock in Rio from Iron Maiden. This is the recent 3 LP reissue in the complete albums collection box set. So very, very good album. I've got that on Blu-ray as well. It's a fantastic concert. Third option was an album from an international band with a Brazilian musician. Again, I struggled to find anything other than Megadeth and Dystopia with Kiko, guitarist on there. So there we go. That was the third option. Fourth option was an album with a guest musician from Brazil. That I did find a little bit easier. So Death Angel, The Evil Divide. On the track Hatred United Hate, there's a guest appearance from Andreas Kisser of Sepultura. And he's actually, I could have chosen this one or the Metal Allegiance album. He plays on 2 or 3 tracks on the Metal Allegiance album as well. So that was one I managed to tick off the list. Very pleased with myself. And the 5th option was an album with a song about Brazil on the title or lyrics. Now, in my whole collection, I have no album or song with with Brazil with a Z or an S in the title. But I did find, and I had to search for this online because I don't know the lyrics for all the songs, but the song Did you guess what the song is from? So this is Halford. This is live Resurrection, but from the actual album Resurrection, there's a song called Made in Hell, and the lyrics, one of the verses, it's I took the scream around the world from London to LA, unleashed in downtown Tokyo, blew Godzilla away. Then on the sound and fury went from Sydney to Brazil. It sent the Russians crazy because they never get their fill. So I found one with Brazil in the title. So it was a good one. So that was the first question, but remember you only needed to pick 2 of 5 to qualify for that one. The second question was show an album with a song title mentioning the word mom or mommy or mother. The first one that instantly sprang to mind, which I don't think necessarily fitted your meaning of mother and the and mom and the connotations associated with that, and that was Suicidal Tendencies' debut album, I Saw Your Mommy. So perhaps not the best memory or depiction of a mother ever in heavy metal, but that's the one that instantly sprang to mind. But I didn't want to leave you just with the morbid thought of seeing anyone's mommy dead. So I found a couple of others. You know me, competitions, I mainly show the metal stuff, but in competitions I try to squeeze a Wedding Present or Manic Street Preachers record in there, and I've gone for the Wedding Present this time. It's kind of a compilation album called Tommy. Not a compilation of album tracks, but a compilation of early demos and sessions and stuff like that. And on Tommy, this is originally from 1988, I believe. Yep. There's a song on here called Every Mother's Son. You can't read that, the red on the blue, but trust me, it's there. And that is a much more heartwarming song about a relationship with a mother and a son. Tommy. And some UK thrash as well. I'm really into my UK thrash at the moment. And Acid Rain and Moshkinstein. On here is a song called Motherly Love, 7-minute thrasher. So I think I've covered all bases there. And your third and final question was show an album from your collection that made you open your mind. So Gus has a Portuguese language channel called Metal. I can't remember. Is it Metal Over Mind? Is that why you've got it called Open Your Mind? Metal Over Mind? Let me just check. This is a little bit embarrassing. I did look this up beforehand. Talk a bunch of cells. Metal Open Mind. That's it. Sorry. Best laid plans and all that. Now I've lost the question. Oh, and there was Gus. Yes, sorry, completely lost my train of thought there. Show an album from your collection that made you open your mind to other styles of music that you were not familiar with until that point. Now, I've gone through different types of music and styles and periods of my life where I changed the direction of the music I was listening to. I had my metal phase in my teens, then bands like I got introduced to bands like the Ramones and Wedding Present and Manic Street Preachers, and that put me more onto opened my mind to other styles of music. And then I went on a 15-20 year run of really getting into more sort of indie alternative rock music. I came back into heavy metal probably about 10-15 years ago or so, and haven't looked back since. But when I was getting back into metal, I was really only listening to 80s metal, but I kind of wanted to open my mind, I'm labouring a point there. I wanted to open my mind to more sort of modern music, and I was struggling to really find anything I liked until I came across Stoner, and the band that did it for me was a band called Stake, and it wasn't one album, it was 2 EPs. So it was this one and this one, and stoner rock kind of clicked with me there and then, and I'm building up a small but steadily growing collection since then. So this is the song that actually did it for me was Liquid Gold, the second song on side A here, and this is on Corned Beef Colossus by Steak. But around the same time, I picked up both of these at the same time, and this is Disastronaut by Steak as well. And this kind of got me more into a whole stoner doom, real appreciation of that genre as well. So congratulations again, Gus, on your 100 subs. I'm sure there will be many more. I love these contest questions, ones that make me dig into my collection and have to really think about trying to find artists, song titles, albums, whatever. But great stuff. Do check out Gus's channel. Leave a link below. Thanks for watching.